Hey folks, welcome back to Black and White. Here, in Team Plasma's castle. Ready to face off against the champion, N. Now he's a fair person. He heals you after the little incident with the legendary dragon there. And now, here we go. Now you may be wondering how I got Lilo alone in this fight, when I specifically mentioned that the legendary dragon you catch would be put into your front slot. Well, I lost, and I got sent back to the Pokémon Center, and I deposited the dragon into the PC, walked back up, Lilo alone, for this final fight. And to little Lilo here, Reshiram's kind of a dangerous proposition. Basically, crafty, clever Hyper Potion spam combined with working up to a +6 stage attack stat. And it's tedious. And it's dangerous. You know, one critical will screw me over, and it happens. It sucks. And don't be fooled. He will use weaker moves and try to waste your time. Had to heal him after him anyway, because he's just going to follow him up with a super powerful move and KO me. I can't get a workup even there. Except there. But that gave me, you know, an opportunity to use workup anyway. Whatever. He will catch you off guard. He will predict your moves. He can see the future. It's canon. He can see the future. He knows what you're going to do. If I had tried to use workup on that move, on that turn he used Reflect, he would have attacked me. He wouldn't have used Reflect. He can see the future, man. Or the computer can, you know, calculate moves based on your inputs. But anyway, both Fusion Flare and Hyper Beam, I believe, have 5 PP, which means if he decided to only use those, it would still take a minimum of 10 turns and 10 Hyper Potions before it was safe to start using workup. But of course he doesn't do that. You know, that would be too courteous. Just so you know, we're not even halfway through Reshiram section here. I am making you watch all of it, yes. Because I need you to know what I went through. And it wasn't just this time. I went through this many times. Like 5 times. And they were all just this tedious. And you know what? I would get to his later Pokemon and I'd lose. Not because of some sort of oversight, but because of a critical. It was just... Yeah, Hyper Beam is okay. Hyper Beam's nicer because there's a recovery turn, so you can use workup in that. But this was a stressful and tedious experience. If I had a more durable Pokemon, if I had, say, a full team, or a fully evolved Pokemon, this would not be nearly as difficult. But because I'm doing a challenge run by only using one Pokemon, the game becomes more difficult. I see the argument a lot, that solo Pokemon runs make the game easier. And you know what? If you use a powerful Pokemon, and if you fully evolve it, maybe they do. But when you're sticking to the basics like this, even if you've trained a lot, you're using a base evolution Route 1 Pokemon. It's a difficult fight. There's no way getting around that. And, you know, maybe the fad about solo runs is past. Maybe it's all about Nuzlocke now. It's still a viable challenge, and I will stand by it. Of course, in Nuzlocke you don't really get these really boring stall fests, I'll give you that. I mean, you'll be reduced to tears when a single crit screws you over for the rest of the game, whereas this single crit will just make you reset to the last time you saved. But I'm not here to compare 2 different kinds of challenge runs. There are 2 different kinds of challenge runs. They're not comparable. What I'm saying is that this was a hard fight. It took many attempts. And I will look sternly in the general direction of anyone who says otherwise. Anyway, me watching commentating this video, I've completely lost track of how many Hyper Beams and how many Fusion Flares he's used. But he will try to trick you. He will trick you. I have said this before. He will trick you. He will act like he's out of Hyper Beams, and if you haven't been paying attention, you will use... I say you, but I mean me. You'll use Work Up. You'll get lulled into a false sense of security. You'll use Work Up, and bam! He will attack you when you least expect it. This guy's crafty. Like, maybe the AI isn't great, but it plays with you. It played with me. It took me as a toy, as a tool. It understands how my mind works. And yours too. But anyway, we're almost done here. He's almost out of the Hyper Beams and the Fusion Flares, and I'm almost totally worked up. And I think we're nearing the conclusion of the first half of the first Pokemon. And there we go, return. Here we go. Satisfaction. One hit. KO. He's down. Nice. Anyway, Manfred versus Zekrom, a little different story. Using a strong defensive Pokemon here, who can actually take those Fusion Bolts like a boss. That's a 3 KO, depending on how the computer decides to benefit me. Zekrom isn't... I mean, they're both going to be probably pretty threatening, but... you know, just based on solo versus team, Zekrom doesn't pose nearly as much challenge. I will say that if you do decide to use the legendary dragon that you catch, that dragon will defeat you. No, that's a lie. That's a lie. You will defeat the dragon because your dragon has Dragon Breath, and their dragon does not, so you'll have a super effective move against him. Anyway, Ice on the dragon destroys things. This wouldn't work if I were fighting Reshiram in this version, just because Ice Beam would get counteracted by Reshiram's Fire type. And oh yeah, the light screen. Hopefully that will... Oh no, you jerk, you jerk, you were getting my hopes up. Ha ha, critical. Finally! A not-pointless crit! Oh my god. That made me so happy, and by transition it makes me happy now. Anyway, Klinklang. Evolution of Klink and Klang. You've seen these guys before. But nonetheless, I want to get back to full health because Focus Blast, hello! Focus Blast has become my greatest enemy. Through that Reuniclus, through this guy, and through a certain someone who will remain unnamed as present. Threatening, and again, like the other Focus Blasts, I have to wait for it to miss. Or for him to use a different move, and then I have to heal again, because, you know, I can't survive another Focus Blast, or any Focus Blast after I've been damaged by anything. Now, if you're paying attention, you may have been confused right there. How the hell did that thing use Night Slash? Well, all your answers and more will be explained in due time. See, look at that, it's dangerous, that's so dangerous. I am actually so lucky. I don't think it was possible to KO me with this guy's Focus Blast. Such was not always the story. But, annoying, dangerous, crafty, threatening. And you may be wondering, hey, shouldn't you be able to win a speed tie against a Klinklang? Well, you may be saying that, I don't know how fast Klinklangs are. But that wouldn't actually matter, as you are about to see. I mean, as you can see there, he outsped me, so whatever, there you go. But it wouldn't actually matter, because it was Zoroark, not Klinklang at all. Zoroark's gimmick is that he will disguise himself as the next Pokemon in the lineup. The disguise will come down after you hit him once. Since I one-shotted him, it didn't go down until I defeated him. But it is so crafty and to screw with people in Wi-Fi battles like that, because you'll send something out that Zoroark can totally destroy. Or you know, you send something out, somebody else changes Pokemon to combat that thing, and that counter or wall or whatever is something that Zoroark can just devour. It's cool. It's great. I don't play Wi-Fi. I assume it's great. Anyway, now, actually, Klinklang. And, this guy's actually a lot less threatening than the Zoroark, so, you know, it's okay. It works out. If I were crafty, I don't know. Again, I don't know how the speed tie would work, who's faster. Could have used a reversal there, maybe, if I were fast enough. And that probably would have taken it down, but return was, you know, one-shot thanks to all those workups I did anyway. So, it's fine. That said, Klinklang is part steel, so a fire-type move would be an excellent, excellent idea for taking him down. And, yeah, that's the annoying part about Fire Blast. It has less than perfect accuracy, and it's finally come back to bite me in the butt. Minorly. Like, didn't really detriment me, but oh my god, oh right, light screen. That was amazing. I was surprised that wasn't a one-shot light screen. Amazing! Oh my god, you're awesome, Cindy. I'm loving all these close calls I'm getting, and I love reacting live to them as if I'm playing the game now, because I've mostly forgotten what exactly happens. But I do remember that this guy goes down like a chump. Alas, poor Vanilluxe. I knew you. But, you'll recall I said, mirror matches out the wazoo. This is another chance at a mirror match, and guess how it ends? Not very well. Because of stupid special defense drop. I mean, it wouldn't really work anyway, judging by how much damage it did, because I'd be caught in a hyper potion spam. But these mirror matches are just not working out. Makes me sad. Makes me depressed. But yeah, I will have my revenge. Except I won't, because Vanilluxe somehow outspeeds it. I'm not really sure how that works. But it gives me a nice, tingly, warm feeling in my heart to see that a Vanilluxe is doing such incredible damage and destroying things like that, because it doesn't get the credit it deserves. It is just written off as that vanilla ice cream Pokemon, but it's so much more. Anyway, Manfred first to break the level 50 barrier. And oh my god, Carracosta, you can see where this is going. Carracosta here is why I wanted to get so many workups up, because previous attempts I used less and got to Carracosta, and couldn't take it down because I couldn't one-shot it, basically. It would have devolved into another Hyper Potion thing. And you see that, even with all those boosts, it wasn't a one-shot. And with the fewer boosts, it basically did so little damage that I couldn't take care of them in a reasonable amount of time. But yeah, Carracosta also a beast here, defensive beast. Reversal, you know, I'm kind of sort of regretting getting reversal rather than whatever, sturdy, screw you, than some other better fighting move. But it's, you know, it's situational, and I'm never comfortable enough in my current situation to use it rather than just heal. But unfortunately, there aren't really many better fighting move options for Lilo. Because, I mean, Rock Smash kind of sucks. Anyway, on the defensive here with the Hyper Potions, you may be wondering why. Well, because of his next Pokemon, as you might have assumed. Want to go to his next Pokemon? Fully healed, because his next Pokemon is damaging to a great extent. Anywho, Carracosta goes down, and switching to after level 70 barrier. Wowza. A mirror match! Oh my goodness! And guess how the mirror match ends? Yeah, not so well. Now, unfortunately, my best move against this guy is probably Bulldoze, because Surf kind of gets negated by his water type. And I was thinking, wow, hooray, this bulldoze business will be on my side. But bam! Critical hit! You know, I thought I might be able to defeat him by constantly lowering his speed, and I'd get that last hit in before he could attack me. But no! Critical hit! Critical hit! Screw you! Screw you! You know, yeah, the whole time, I could have brought in Lil and gone for a one-hit KO. You know, it would have been easy. But I don't want to. I wanted the mirror match. I wanted the satisfaction. But no! God damn it. Anyway, Archeops. Archeops has this ability where basically it gets twice as strong if it's above half health. So, it's dangerous. And also it killed me once with a critical hit. So screw you. Screw you, Archeops. You're dead. You're down. Screw you. Now, I do find it strange that N has both the fossil Pokemon, because those aren't Pokemon he would just find, you know, that he would befriend. He kind of had to go after them, pursue them, and revive them, and that's so against his character. And I'm talking about character in a Pokemon game. I know, it's weird. But, with that double kill, N is defeated. Oh fuck. Gets us.